Hello and welcome to the fourth and final episode on this mini-series of mental health in construction. The first two episodes we had Steve from Construction Sport, and last week we had Sean from SGCS giving their opinions and views. This week I'm going to give my honest opinion to bring this series to a close. Whilst trying to remain positive, mental health and suicide figures is a difficult subject which has to be addressed. My conclusions from the last three shows on this subject and the industry's response. Firstly, let's start with the negatives. There is still some confusion over the figures and how I got them. Let me explain this again. ONS, the Office of National Statistics, produce their own figures through various tables with groups, subgroups, minor groups, etc. Now, anyone can go through these and make their own conclusions. However, I asked ONS to run these figures for me so I know they're 100% correct. These figures are not my figures that I've worked out, but these figures are direct from ONS. This took months of emails back and forth with them, and I must add they were incredibly helpful and very supportive of what we're doing. So let's go through them again. In England and Wales in 2021, 668 construction workers took their own lives. Not, and I repeat, not the 507, which has been the figure widely used across the industry. And we exclusively revealed the most up-to-date figures. In 2022 in England and Wales, 749 construction workers took their own lives, which was an 11% increase year on year. Sadly, some charities and organisations are still using the old figures, which have proven to be incorrect. This is not only misleading for the industry, but also an insult to those who have lost somebody. We must work together and use the same figures if we are to make positive change. My personal view is this. I simply think most companies, not all, but most, don't care about this statistic. And the reason? Many have done nothing and put anything in place of any note. I've had many people contact me through this channel saying exactly this, and I find it incredibly sad. If you care about anything in life, you're going to put everything into it. So let's see more companies showing this. Clearly, what's been put in place over the last few years is not working, as the increase year on year in these suicide figures support this. Some companies, charities and other organisations have seen this as an opportunity to make money, and I personally think this is disgusting and shows a total lack of respect for the families who have lost someone. Also, the money wasted on former sports people, footballers, rugby players, Z-list celebrities who have no experience in mental health and just want a wage. Can you imagine how much of a better place we'd be in if that money was spent more wisely? And finally, the money wasted on surveys, research, papers, which all tell us the same thing. We don't need any more of these. We don't need more money spent on surveys and research. We need positive change. Now, the positives. There are many charities and smaller organisations doing some incredible work around this topic, and I'm sure I've missed many of these, but I'd like to mention and highlight the following for their amazing work. Construction Sport Charity, Men in Their Emotions, or MATES for short, their Facebook group, Andy's Man Club, The Talking Tradesman, and I Matter. Please go and have a look at all their great work. Now, here at the Build Network UK, we're working on something in the background that will make significant inroads into mental health in construction. More on this very soon. And there is significant awareness of this issue being brought about. There's been some incredible fundraising events for brilliant charities that actually need the money. And a huge well done to everybody who has raised money for these. Be it £1 or thousands of pounds, it all helps. And finally, I strongly believe that all the genuine individuals and companies will work together and work towards creating positive change. We've got a new government incoming, a new beginning, and now a new energy to sort this out. Next week, we start the news, the Build Report, where we're going to be focusing on news and topics across the industry, focusing on SME and micro businesses.